Picture this. It's Saturday. Your kid falls off a bike. You race to the ER, and the receptionist asks for the birth parent's consent. You hold your child's hand and realize you might not be able to sign. Let's chat. Welcome to Danny's Den. I'm Danny. Here's the straight truth I'm arguing today. You don't need to be powerless. With a few documents, a couple of habits, and the right language, a step-parent can build practical, court-respectful protections that keep kids safe without tearing families apart. Quick roadmap. We'll cut through legal terms, give scripts you can copy, share a checklist for guardianship or adoption decisions, talk about coaching and background checks, and end with a game day routine and a calming music pick. First, a short legal primer. Yes, biology matters. A biological parent has statutory rights on paper, but that doesn't mean a step-parent is always powerless. One path courts recognizes is the de facto parent doctrine. It looks at what you've actually done over time, day-to-day caregiving, financial support, being the primary routine adult. It's a factual test, not automatic. Another is legal guardianship. That can let you sign medical forms, enroll a child in school, and make daily decisions. But it usually requires a court order and doesn't always terminate the biological parent's rights. Then there's temporary medical consent, a signed permission caregivers use for routine or emergency treatment when a parent isn't available. It's powerful in the short term, but it's not the same as guardianship or adoption. So, what do these statuses allow you to do in practice? Short answer, it varies. De facto status helps with custody standing. Guardianship gives decision-making authority. Temporary consent helps hospitals and schools act quickly. But institutions also have their own policies, so layering protections is smart. Paperwork plus communication plus documentation. You might be thinking, but I pay the bills and I raise them. Isn't that enough? That's a real worry. Short answer, not by itself. What matters is evidence. Records of caregiving, school visits, medical appointments, and clear written permissions. Those things build real legal weight over time. Now, exact language you can use, wording matters because it shows neutrality and cooperation. For quick school pickups, try this text. Hey, I can be at school by 2:30 today to pick up Sam. Please reply, okay, so I can tell the office who will pick them up. Short, factual, asks for confirmation. For medical permission, try, if you can't be reached and Sam needs urgent care, can I have written permission to authorize treatment? I can send a simple form for you to sign. That invites cooperation and creates a record. If you're handing a form to a school or a hospital, here is safe, copy-ready sample wording you can use or ask for. Temporary authorization for medical care. I, parent name, authorize caregiver name to consent to routine and emergency medical treatment for child name while I am unavailable. Signed and dated. Keep it simple and dated. Storage habit to make that form useful. Photograph the signed page and save it as MED consent/child name in your phone photos. Pin that photo to your home screen or place a copy in the glove compartment. That small step removes panic in an emergency. When should you consider guardianship or adoption? Use this quick checklist. Is the biological parent willing to consent? Are you a long-term primary caregiver? Are there safety concerns? And do you have documentation? School records, medical visit notes, calendars? If you check a couple of these boxes, talk to a lawyer about next steps. Concern, won't pursuing guardianship upset the other parent? It's possible. Start by framing it as continuity for the child. Try, I'm asking about temporary guardianship to make sure school and medical needs are met if something happens. Can we discuss options with a mediator? That shows you're focused on the child's stability, not control. A note on background checks and coaching. Leagues and schools often require criminal background clearances and volunteer screenings. Be proactive. Complete any necessary checks, keep proof of clearance, and be transparent with administrators. A clear background check and documentation of your training protects you and the kids. Game day logistics can feel like a full-time job, right? Keep one shared routine to remove drama. Send a short pre-game message outlining pickup, snacks, and emergency contact info. Example, game plan Sunday. I'll pick up Alex at 1:15. Coach needs us at 1:45. I'll text when we're en route. Emergency contact is mom. Use a shared calendar so everyone sees practices and pickups. Confirm any last-minute changes in writing. And never block access to the other parent unless there's a court order or an immediate safety risk. Document problems instead, so you have a record if legal action becomes necessary. A quick human story. A blended family I know made a 30-minute pre-game playlist where each adult picked one song. That tiny ritual turned chaotic mornings into something shared and predictable. Music became the signal that it was time to switch into team mode. This week's pick is a calming 90s R&B track, SWV's Week. Slow jams help create predictable rituals, car rides, snack prep, or a 5-minute wind down after practice. Rituals like that reduce friction and give kids a sense of continuity. Now, a quick recap and the main takeaway. Remember the thesis. You don't have to be powerless. Build layered protections. Get written temporary consent forms, document caregiving, complete volunteer clearances, and use neutral, court-friendly language when you communicate. Those small steps create real, practical authority that keeps kids safe. A final caution. This episode offers general information, not a substitute for legal advice. Family law varies by state, and facts matter. If you face an urgent medical or custody issue, consult a family law attorney or a mediator. Start by documenting everything and getting a signed permission form for medical and school needs. If this episode helped, subscribe so you don't miss next week's mix of law, love, sports, and pop culture. If you want a starting point for your situation, message the show page or visit the Legal Assistance Center contact page to request a free 30-minute consultation. Let's chat. Thanks for listening to Danny's Den.